Hi, my name is Dan Fisher. I'm one of the founders and one of the current owners of Majik. We wanted to welcome you. We're certainly glad to have you as part of our team and look forward to getting to know you in the weeks, months, and years to come. I just wanted to welcome you and talk a little bit about our core values and our history. Majik has been in business since 1984, originally founded as a video rental store with one store, and over the years we kind of slowly but surely realized that video rentals were going the way of the dinosaur, as they eventually did. And so we converted over to renting first of all VCRs, and then TVs and stereos, and then furniture and appliances on a rent-to-own basis. and now we, as of 2013, we expanded to 13 stores from 4, only a couple years before that. So we spent a few years after that kind of figuring out how to run 13 stores instead of 4, and here we are having a great year the past couple of years, and looking forward to many more great years to come. So I wanted to talk a little bit about our core values and just share what we feel has made a big impact over the last few years in terms of our performance, and that is making sure that we have working for us a group of people that share our values, share what's important to us, and making sure that we do what we feel is a very good job of hiring people who share those values, enforcing those values during reviews, during discussions, and then if someone doesn't fit those values, I think we do a good job of asking them to maybe move on to another company that is more suitable for them and the values that they have. So if someone doesn't share these values, it doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they're not really a fit for the company that we're looking to create. So just wanted to share a little bit about those. And these values are in rent-to-own terms. So if you're new to rent-to-own, they may seem a little odd, but I'll explain them. The first core value is we are willing to clean the filthy fridge. And essentially this means we're willing to do whatever needs done to get the job done. If it's a store manager, I mean, occasionally they're literally going to help clean a filthy fridge. Sometimes they're going to help, clean the bathroom. They're going to help on deliveries. They're certainly going to help train delivery drivers and that type of thing. But likewise, it could mean that a delivery driver, while in the store, even if it's not his or her comfort zone, is going to greet customers and say hello and be friendly. And if there's a question, they're going to politely and respectfully answer that question. Things that aren't in there necessarily their day-to-day job, but certainly not outside of what they do. With Majik. So we want everyone to be comfortable sharing in all of the duties and respecting the duties that everyone else does. Secondly, second core value is we own it. And again, this is about owning results. And so we learn from constructive criticism. We never say, I didn't know. And what I mean by that is, obviously there's a lot of things you might not know about the business, but if someone comes to you and says, hey, why did you do this way? Or why didn't you do that? The answer shouldn't be I didn't know, because if there's ever a time when you're not sure what to do or you're not sure how to do something, we really encourage you to ask questions. You should never feel like you're asking too many questions. While we feel very proud of our training program and our training process, there are definitely things that fall through the cracks that you're going to want to ask questions about. And the more questions you ask, the happier we'll be. So don't ever be afraid to ask questions. When an issue arises, we bring it to light. We don't sweep things under the rug. We try to help solve problems. We hustle, we move fast, we strive to accomplish tasks quickly and efficiently. And one thing I like to stress is when we say we own it, a lot of times like a store manager might say, hey, that's a problem that happened on my watch. It's my store. I own that issue. And that's great. That is what we want. But more importantly than verbally saying I'm taking responsibility for it is looking to fix the problem. So when we discover a problem, it's important to own it, to say, yeah, that's my responsibility to help fix it, but then what are we doing in the future to prevent that problem from happening again? And that's really our goal, is not only owning the problems, but preventing them in the future. So that's as important, and that's really part of we own it. So The third core value and our final core value is let me hold the door for you. And this is about kind of helping everybody. So anyone who walks through the door, essentially, literally, we want to hold the door for them. No matter what they look like, no matter how they're dressed, no matter if they have greasy, clothes on, or if they have a suit and tie on, we want to treat them equally well. It also means helping coworkers, recognizing opportunities for improvement, helping them be successful. So giving your subordinates feedback and making sure they take it to heart. And likewise, if you're an entry-level person and you see an opportunity for the manager, we would love for you to pull the manager aside and say, hey, I noticed this. Is there any way we could change this or work this differently? Obviously respectfully, but we want to hear from everybody who's trying to help the team be better. And finally, while not technically a core value of ours, we consider integrity to be kind of a basic fundamental value that everyone should have, whether you work for Majik or whether you work for the company down the street. And it's very important that you act in everything you do with integrity. We never want you lying to a customer. We don't want you misleading a customer. We don't want you misleading your supervisors, your subordinates. Even if it's a little white lie, you're better off just being honest and saying, hey, I realize you've been waiting for that order for 2 weeks, but I forgot to place it. It's on me, and I'm going to take care of you in this way or that way. And sure, you might get some flack for that, but people respect honesty above all else, and we're no different. So, whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, just kind of in your mind think this could, let's assume this is being recorded and is going to play on the news tomorrow night. Would I be proud of what I said or did? And if the answer is no, then don't say it and don't do it. So hopefully this gives you kind of an introduction to our core values. Hopefully it's not the first time you heard it, because we should have talked about it when we interviewed you. But look forward to talking to you much more about it and in person. And again, welcome to Majik.